Revizto 5 actually offers us several different options for doing quantity takeoffs and estimating from a sheet or from a model. And most importantly, communicating around that estimate, documenting it, and putting everything into one place. The first way that we bring to the table for estimating is the old school method, using a sheet, just 2D, marking it off, getting your measurements. So we have a new measurement tool here called a polyline that's going to let you come in, and first off I'm going to do the cold water line, so I'm going to make my color blue here. Then I'm just going to start clicking on the vertexes of this pipe that I want to estimate, that I want to get a length estimate on. But as you can see here, I can actually get my segment length and then my total length on the back of that. And I'm going to zoom out here, and we're going to take this all the way over to here, and then just double click down there at the end to finalize that. And you can see again, I got my segment length, my total length, and then as I said, the most important part of this is documenting it. So I'm going to come up here and actually make an issue with that saved, and we're going to call this DCW takeoff and say done. And now you can see that's going to be saved in my issue tracker. Now you might want to automate this by setting up stamps or something similar, basically to add tags. I could see people wanting to have a QTO tag in here so that you could filter by this in your actual issue tracker. So keep that in mind. But if I jump back over here to 2D, now I can do that hot water line. I'm going to go grab that tool again. I'm going to change it to red. And let's see, where's our hot water? We got let's go right there. We got a tag in front of our pipe that you can see. I can kind of blast through that and get what I need. And there we go. Double click again at the end, and you can see I've got my segment lengths and my total length. I can also I'm going to save this as a takeoff first. I'm going to say DHW takeoff done. Now I can go back to that sheet, and I can see my takeoffs. I can see them highlighted off, so I know that they've been taken off. There's accountability assigned in that. You can also, if you estimate by area, we also have an awesome new area command. You can do this. It doesn't have to be a square. As you can see, I can make some crazy area. Same thing, double click when you're done. So if you're a square footage estimator, you can do this also. You can click and hold and make a box. Really powerful stuff though. And you can see I have my square footage, I have my segments that I can turn on and off, and I have my total length right there. And again, if you ever wanted to save this, I could say area A level 1, save that. Now this is all saved and documented on my sheet forever, so we can always circle back to this. And the cool thing about putting that QTO as a tag in here is that if I reset my issues here, now I can actually filter. I can go down here and I can go custom filter by tag, and we can search for everything from our QTO. So the other method that we bring to the table, and I might argue much cooler method, is one that uses 3D. So by that, I mean I could come up here to 3D. Actually, I'm going to use the sheet. I'm going to start from the sheet. We're going to turn off the takeoff that we already did. We're going to make it so we don't see any of those markups. And I'm going to try to take this same line off. So I'm going to jump to 3D using the sheet. Boom. There I am in 3D. I need to uncrop my model so I can see everything. It looks like that's my line. Unless it's oh, nope, there it is, right above me. So there's that same line we took off in 2D. I'm going to be able to grab one end of this over there at the valve, and then I'm going to grab here. Oops, didn't mean to grab that one. I want this pipe. And then I might even grab a little bit of this red pipe. And then I'm just going to hit the scissors tool. So now I've got a decent crop down view of this. Let's actually make this nice and tight. So there's specifically the area we were doing an estimate on in 2D, right? So I've got what I need there. Keep in mind also, if you want to view this in all different ways, I've actually set up a bunch of appearance templates here in 5.2. I can see my progress. I can see this by system color, or I can see it by spool color like we saw on the sheets. But for now, for what we're doing, I'm going to leave it on system color. And I've got the area that I want to estimate. So now I'm going to go to my Find Object dialog. I'm going to drop out the stuff I have it there. I'm going to add this section box as a condition. So I want to look inside of this section box for everything on this line. So I'm just going to double click that and find out what makes that this line. It's this classification, right? So I'm going to use that, add that to my search set, find all. There I've got everything in that space selected. As you can see, it all turned blue. So now I can come to my selection inspector. You also have a countdown here of 48. I can come up to my selection inspector, and if I scroll over on this, you're going to see these favorites that are added are based on what you actually add as favorites at the beginning. So if I were to pull up the individual parts of this pipe, you can see I made these actually as my favorite set. And if I hover over these pipes, it's driven that same way. So why that is important is because now I can export this to CSV, and I'm going to call this DCW Area A Level 1 QTO. Actually, this was hot water, wasn't it? So we'll say DHW. Don't make that mistake. Now I can save that, double click this guy, and you can see here, it's right in here as a CSV. So now as an estimator, I can take this and do whatever I want. I will recommend, Excel doesn't play nice with fractional feet and stuff from what I could find at least. So I changed my settings in Revizto to only push out decimal feet. Because now you can see I can obviously add this up and get my total length of pipe needed. Right there's all my pipe length, you know. So I could just sum this up. I could also, so I've been running macros to do that. You can kind of run a macro over here on the side. You can also have a generic formula set up that you copy and paste. But you can also see I have my numbers of pipes, or of pipe fittings and sizes. So these are my pipes here. These are my pipe fittings and sizes. I can find, you know, exactly what they are right here. So I couple that with this, and there I've got my pipe fittings for that area for domestic cold water, right? So I can jump right back over there, and let's do that again. So I'm just going to click off of that, and now that I have this area, you know, I can come in here and click this cold water, and I'm going to add that to my current search set and drop hot water out, say find all, and then again, selection inspector, export, and you see now that I have it all set up how fast this goes. Area A, level 1, you know, done. The next step to this is marking it off. That's the only thing you're missing here from the 2D workflow that we were doing. So what I would propose is while you have this selected, real simply, if you come down here in Revizto 5, you can select this. This is how you add a custom property. So I'm going to say status, and we're going to start a new one. Taken off, question mark. Create that new property. We're going to make this Boolean, yes, no. I'm going to say yes, obviously it's been taken off. And just for sake of demonstrating, we obviously just took the hot water off, but for sake of demonstrating this workflow, I'm going to come in here and add to my appearance template a rule that says I want to look for, or was it taken off? There it is. And if it says yes, I want it to be some super ugly color. Let's do this like purple color. Apply that, done. So anything purple has been taken off. And we can repeat this process again and again with hangers. P-traps, couplings, these things. Elbows, sleeves, drinking fountains. So if I wanted to find all of these in the project, I undo that. I can drop off my section box, say find all. There's 84 of them. And I could come up here and view in my selection inspector what floors they're on. I can see what size they are. Maybe I want to order specifically a certain size. I can come in here and choose 19 by 19 by my drop down, and I could choose to only look at the ones on level 9 and say okay. And now I can export these also to Excel and add these up. I can do what I need. If I want to save this in this process as a takeoff, I can add a stamp. So maybe this is a takeoff stamp to note that those have been taken off. I can make an issue out of these and say whatever that was, level 9 drinking fountains. And there they're saved. And I can jump to each one individually. I can also come back here and select those again. Go back to 3D. Select them there, go to 3D. I can grab all of these and I can put stamps on each of them individually. Let's use that general foreman stamp again. And there we've got each one taken off individually. So the final and quite possibly fastest way to take off everything in a building is to come in here to my object tree, and I can type in pipe, hit enter. There all my pipe is selected. Now I hit my selection inspector again, and I can start to filter this down. Maybe I only want specific parameters from my piping. Maybe I only want a specific type. Maybe I only want a specific size. But here is everything with the title of pipe in it in my entire project. There's 24,240 items, and I just start simply narrowing this down. You know, maybe I want my domestic cold water. Say okay. There's my domestic cold water takeoff. There I can see my pipe. I can see my pipe lengths. You know, if I scroll down in here, there's going to be some fittings sprinkled in all over. There's some flex pipe. There's all my fittings. And I can just, again, you see I went from 24,000 to 1,800. And I can come in here and again, just shoot that to Excel. And boom, I got a takeoff from a model.